For Stacy Axler.
Keep it going for your wonderful host, Viv, everyone! Hello. As Viv said, my name is Stacy. I just need to address the elephant in the room. This isn't part of my act. I actually do talk this way. For as long as I've been alive and speaking, this has been the voice that's come out of me. So please imagine the shock of my parents when little 4-year-old Stacy approached them one day, apropos of nothing, and said, "I'm ready for preschool today." They honestly, they didn't know what to do. When you have a voice like this, people will ask you questions. Those questions have included, why do you talk that way? Where does that voice come from? And my personal favorite, what happened to you? But everyone, I can't answer these questions, but what I can say is this. The other day I was out with some friends, and eventually someone approached me, and in my mind I was thinking, this is it! The first time in 32 years someone unprompted is about to give me their phone number. And what they said to me was, "You sound like the Aflac commercial." So I didn't get the number. But it's okay. Something about me that you should all know is I recently went to a doctor appointment. Don't worry, I'm fine, but I am a sleepwalker. Anyone else? Nope, they're never, oh, in the back, really? Well, do you mind if I ask, where did you go?
A lot of places.
That sounds productive, at least. Once I sleptwalk and I left my apartment, like I didn't just, like I left the building, like I was in nature. And when I came to, I was like, was I kidnapped and returned? But like it's possible. But I've made my peace with being a sleepwalker. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it's been happening. No, it's been happening since I was about 12 years old, and so it's been 20 years now, and I've made my peace with it. But it is destroying the lives of everyone around me. So for their sake, because that's the type of person I am, I decided to get a sleep study done. And when I went to pick up the results of the sleep study, my sleep doctor said, "Miss Axler, I have a funny story to tell you." And I responded with, "I love humor, hit me with it." And then he said this, he said, "For an average of 15 minutes every night, you stop breathing." Like, where do you go from there? And I was like, that must only be funny to you. I can't find the line for humor here. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay, Stacy. All you need to do is wear a CPAP machine. Now, if you don't know this, a CPAP machine is a device that you strap to your face. It pumps oxygen into you while you sleep. It makes sure that you breathe normally. It also makes you look like an octopus. Now, I know, exactly. So, but here's the thing that I've learned about it is that everyone, this might not make sense at first. Follow my logic here. I have learned this, and that is that sexiness can be charted on a linear graph. When you are born, you start at 0 points, and all your life you're either adding points or taking away points. When I was in my 20s, I had an abundance of points because I was part of a very sought-after a cappella group.
Oh, no!
But unfortunately, at the current hour, I'm hovering at about a -42. And I can trace it all back to this very bad decision I made a few years ago to learn Elvish. And you know what really upsets me right now is that no one here doubts I know Elvish. And that hurts my feelings! And so it's like, you can know Elvish, there's nothing wrong with it, or you can wear a CPAP machine, nothing wrong with that, but you can't be a person who has a CPAP machine who knows Elvish. You can't lose so many points. So I told my sleep doctor, I said, thank you for the recommendation. I'd rather just stop breathing. Going back to the sleepwalking thing, so many people have asked me, what's the worst thing I've done while sleepwalking? And I've done some things that I regret, but what I keep coming back to is this. A few years ago, my roommate, she bought a whole watermelon and she cut it up into little pieces and she put it in the refrigerator because she was going to bring it to, I actually don't know what she was going to do with it, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. So it's in the refrigerator, we go to sleep. In the morning I wake up because she's knocking on the door and she's shouting at me and she's like, "Stacy, have you seen the watermelon?" I don't know if anyone here has seen the movie The Godfather from 1972, but there's a character in it who loves his horse and he rides his horse and then the mob takes his horse and kills it and then puts it in his bed. And then he wakes up in the morning and he's like, "My horse! This is what happened to me with the watermelon." So my roommate's knocking on the door, she's like, "Stacy, my watermelon!" And I roll over, I lift up my blanket, and I was like, "Melon!" Seeds are everywhere, there's juice on me, and I was like, the worst part isn't that I ate the melon. The worst part is that I sleptwalked to the fridge, I opened it, I took the melon out, and I was like, I'm gonna eat this in bed! Because it's gonna be such a treat for me in bed! So I was like, I don't know what to say. What do you say? So basically, I turned to my roommate, and I said, "Melissa, we've been robbed." I'm gonna admit to that. I just got the lights. I'm gonna end with this, and that is that I'm single now, and I have a bunch of friends who are. Thank you very much. Clap if you are single. Yes, we have left the house. We are out. Hooray! Woo! My friends are trying to help me, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but when you're single, your friends will try to help, even when you've asked for no help at all. And my friends are like, "Don't worry, we're gonna wingman you, we're gonna set you up," and I was like, "Don't worry, everyone. I know exactly what to say. I just approach people and I tell them I have a CPAP machine, and if you think that won't do it, if you're a nerd, you've definitely had fantasies about having an intimate relation with Darth Vader. And when you have a CPAP machine, sometimes your breathing can get so dysregulated, it's like, ooh, there's a little Star Wars in bed right now. So everyone think about it. I've been Stacey Atcher. Thank you so much.